Whenever we think about a specific country, a few things come to mind, at least for me. Their flag, their geographic location, but also their capital city. When I think of the UK, my mind jumps to London, Germany to Berlin, Russia to Moscow, and France to Paris. And I think this is because the capital is usually the place that most commonly represents the country. It's where the majority of tourists go to sometimes, where the majority of people live in some cases, etc. Although that isn't always the case. And with some countries, the capital city not only isn't the most relevant, but it also isn't the first that comes to mind when we think about that specific nation. With the USA, most people think about New York or LA instead of Washington, D.C. With Brazil, Rio de Janeiro or São Paulo instead of Brasilia. Curiously, both cases of federal states with a capital district, so more than one city can claim their role as the main city of the country. However, there's a few cases where more than one city can also claim to be the country's capital, usually because governmental institutions are separated, but also for some other reasons. The most odd being the historical examples I'll mention in the end, like British India having a summer and winter capital, Simla and Calcutta/Delhi respectively. Worldwide, there are 17 countries which have 2 capital cities instead of 1, and one that actually has 3. In some cases, one city is the capital for some purposes and one or more for others, without any being considered an official single capital. There are also cases where there is a single legally defined capital, but one or more other cities operate as the seat of some or all parts of the government. While those cases are not technically multiple capital countries, in practice, the situation is very similar, so I included them on this list of a few examples of these 17 countries. So in this video, I'm going to do the following. Show you some of the countries worldwide which have more than one capital, tell you what each of the capitals does, and when possible, explain why that is so. Starting with the one on the thumbnail, Czechia. Apparently, according to Wikipedia and some other sources, the Czech Republic has 2 different capitals. Prague, the most well-known, and the city we usually associate with the country being the official capital, used for the seat of the national administrative and legislative bodies, and Brno, which is the seat of the national judiciary bodies, meaning the Supreme Court, at least which is located in this Moravian city. Brno is also Czechia's second largest city behind Prague. It's interesting because the relationship between these 2 cities dates back a long time. And maybe that's the reason why this situation takes place today. In the mid-11th century, Moravia was divided into 3 separate territories. Each had its own ruler, but subordinated to the Bohemian ruler in Prague. These seats of these rulers, and thus the capitals of these territories, were the castles and towns of Brno, Olomouc, and Znojmo. After this, the Margraviate of Moravia was formed.
After saving with customized car insurance from Liberty Mutual, I customize everything, like Marco's backpack.
So if you don't know what Grammarly is already, they are an all-in-one writing tool. You can download Grammarly as a browser extension.
Maps I find exciting. The usual time of eating dinner in Europe. Whoa, these maps really are exciting. So apparently UK and Ireland average tea time is between 6:30 and 7:30 PM, which I guess I would agree with. Maybe extended to 8 PM. And then it looks like overall, the more south you go, the later people have their tea. 9:30 to 10:30 for Portugal and Spain. Very interesting. Chile is a ridiculously long country. Whoa, it really is. It literally goes right from like the bottom to the top of Europe. Actually, it's longer. Oh my god. Here we go, I've got it. Whoa, oh my god! Is it like way longer than Greenland? Oh my god. Whoa! We've created a dolphin! Most related search terms in Naver, which is a Korean search engine of European countries. So they're saying most Koreans, when searching up the United Kingdom, ask about the Queen, whereas in Spain, sexy. Difference between Russia's unfriendly list last year and now. So last year, Russia were only unfriendly with the US and Czech Republic? Yes, it is. I knew that. Whereas now, Russia's fallen out with all of Europe, Canada, Australia, Australia, New Zealand, South Korea, Japan. Nice one, Russia. Great stuff. Best places to be born statistically. Well, what's that based on then? What's that about? I don't know if you want to be born, like, right there, in the middle of the Australia outback, where you're, like, thousands of kilometres from anything. Right, I'm going right here and deciding whether or not I want to be born, right there. Actually, it looks quite nice. I could be born inside of that. Same again. Where are we going this time? Whoa! Yeah, this looks really nice. This is definitely the best place you could ever be born in the world. I love all of the loose boards and the spelks and the old alcoholic bottles. Yeah, really nice. There's a table that's about to collapse. I'd lie right there. Yeah, great. Thank you. The oldest borders of the German Empire can still be seen in present-day Polish election results. That is so interesting. The lasting systemic impacts that politics and history have is just absolutely crazy and generally pretty depressing too. Daylight gained in March, so top of the US have got an extra 100 minutes of daylight compared to just 40 minutes down the bottom. Well, how very interesting. India Light Time Luminosity Comparison 2012 to 2021. Source, the Economic Survey of India 2022. More lights means more people with electricity, or more people that can afford electricity, so I guess that's good. Wow, when I look at that, I really realise how badly I butchered drawing India from memory. That was not great for me, was it? Russian airspace is lava right now, so we can see all of just the normal flights around the world just doing anything they can to avoid Russia and taking some really obscure routes in order to do so. That's so sad. Most popular dogs by state. Oh my god, it's Labrador in every single state. Is that right? Oh no, Beagle down there in Kentucky. Right, we're going on Google Maps. Let's find a beagle. If I find a beagle in the next 60 seconds, then you've got to subscribe, let's be honest.
A few moments later.
Hi guys, I couldn't find a beagle, but please subscribe anyway. Trying to get more subscribers than the population of Suriname, 586k, so subscribe if you want to help out, thank you. We've also got German Shepherd down in Florida. I found that really interesting, especially the fact that Hawaii also follows the Labrador theme. Shape of the world according to ancient maps. Oh, I'm well up for that, here we go. 150 AD. Okay, I mean, you can already see it. Like, look at that, Saudi Arabia, and then the Horn of Africa actually even look proper like a rhino. Alright, 1050 AD, you need to calm down. What are they thinking there? What's happened there? You've definitely gone backwards there, 1050 AD. Alright, Muhammad al-Idrisi from Italy in 1154. He's kind of brought things back, but he got a bit carried away with his islands, didn't he? 1375, I love how big the United Kingdom's depicted in this one. What's that though? It looks like a little anteater, and that's his little ear. This is very, very interesting. Oh, we're getting somewhere. 1529. Diego knows what's happening. Diego, fair play. 1599, Edward Wright from London. I mean, that's pretty good, Edward. You've done well, Edward. 1778, looking pretty strong there. And then 1832, very recognisable there. Only thing missing in this one were the North and South Poles. Street view coverage in Europe. Germany got something to hide. What's going on there, Germany? We all expected it from Belarus, but Germany, come on now. I'm going to Germany and looking for something suspicious. Whoa, look at that. Here we go. Let's go on this photosphere. Whoa, this was taken by a very short person, but it looks very nice. Oh, a shaded relief map of Antarctica. Am I the only one that wants to, like, grab a bit of that and, like, chew on it? Just looks like marshmallow fluff. Is it just me? What the? Saharan dust covering much of Europe this week. What? Oh, yeah, people were talking about the red sky, weren't they? So I'm, like, here, so it didn't really affect me. But yeah, certain countries, the sky went all orange. That is crazy. That looks so mental from up here. Shortest route from Santiago de Chile and Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia. Woo! Obviously, I know the world's a globe, right? But that's still really weird to me that that's a straight line. It'll make sense that you can't just, you know, go straight from there to there. That's absolutely insane. Where palm trees are found in the United States. That's very interesting, isn't it? That you've got this anomaly over in California. Florida really does its own thing, doesn't it? Like, isn't Florida the only place in the world that has alligators and crocodiles? It is! That's so weird. You wouldn't be surprised if it was like Brazil or Panama or something. But Florida? Map of Europe with the flag of the capital of each country. London's the only country in Europe that doesn't have its own flag. Well, that's sad, isn't it? They're such cool flags as well. The Russian one looks epic. Oh my god, he's slaying a dragon. He's shoving his thing in a dragon's mouth. That sounded weirder than I wanted it to. Germany have got a big bear. Country. London's the only country in Europe that doesn't have its own flag. Well, that's sad, isn't it? They're such cool flags as well. The Russian one looks epic. Oh my god. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to help me beat.
Meet Tim. Tim was born to care and always offered the best advice.
Hug the left and hit it nice and firm. company.
Today, Tim is a teammate at Truist, where you can get personalized insights right on the app. When you start with Care, you get a different kind of bank.
Notion still continues to be the easiest way to just get information centralized somewhere and then shot out to somebody else. And for us, that's
Maps I find epic. A map of Italy made out of pizza. Oh my god, that's incredible. Not only is that artistically and culinarily brilliant, but you know that'd be really satisfying to eat as well. You just start in the south and you just go... The newest republic in the world. Hey, Barbados. Let's get some cheers for Barbados for getting rid of the Queen and becoming their own free country. Yes. Oh, they did a little carnival with the flag colours. Oh my god, I've got that shirt. I could have been there. I'm gonna go get it. Wait right there. I found it, guys. I found it. Realistically, even though it's quite cold, I should probably wear it for the rest of the video. Just be rude to Barbados if I didn't, you know what I mean? The topography of Kazakhstan. Oh, see, that's delightful because not only is it, you know, a nice 3D render, but you've done it in the colours of the Kazakhstan flag, and that's the kind of thing I can get on board with. Oh, there's a Bangladesh version with the Bangladesh flag colours. What's going on here? I don't like this. What mountain range is that? We're gonna have to have a look. Shove me in the thick of it, please. Here we go. This is a mountain. It's just a man looking at his phone stood next to quite an underwhelming water fountain. Piracy in the 21st century. So this is not about like downloading a DVD. There's like actual pirates that like steal your boat and stuff. So the risk of being attacked by pirates, you can see in most of the world, isn't really a big deal. However, you can see there in Somalia, there's a 30% chance of attacks. That is mad. And I mean, I've heard of Somalian pirates, so that makes sense, I suppose. And then it's also an issue over in the Gulf of Guinea. It's even worse at 43%. And then even in Asia, Strait of Malacca, 19% of attacks. God, that is so scary to think about. Interesting map made in 1996. 1 square equals 1% of the world's population. By the looks of things, even though this is 25 years old, I'd assume the map would still look quite similar. I'm guessing Africa would probably have a few more pixels on it. Actually thinking about it, even though Asia's already big, it's probably even bigger now. But look at little Australasia, it doesn't even get its own full square. Oh, that's so cute. Channel Tunnel between France and the UK. Okay, so this is the tunnel that you can drive through that takes you from the UK over to France. And it's got an incline to it. I always visualized it that it would be completely flat and straight, but obviously it's not going to be like that, is it? Oh god, that's so weird to look at, isn't it? Let me show you this picture that I saw for the first time a few weeks ago. Obviously the UK and France were both digging this tunnel and eventually they met in the middle, and look, this is the moment they met with their little flag and the French fella's poking his head through the little hole. Isn't that just the coolest thing ever? Look, there's a slightly further out picture. It's so mad, isn't it? I'm assuming it wasn't just these two with a couple of pickaxes. I'm guessing there was probably some big drills involved, but I reckon they probably got out of the drills and waved their flags about for a bit before continuing. Whoa, that's a bit more mental. That looks huge. A map centered on Antarctica. It's always really interesting to see these maps. It just shows you how incredibly vast our oceans are, doesn't it? Where even is the United Kingdom? I can't find it. Oh, there we are, down there in the corner. Yeah, I mean, when they say that 70% of the planet is water, that doesn't really sound right until you see a map like this. 100 largest islands of the world. This is an epic map. We should have started with this. Not all of the island names are written in English, so I might not recognize some of them. We can compare Great Britain to Greenland, though, there. They kind of all look like dinosaurs from this distance, don't they? Is that just me? Comparative size of Australia and the Mediterranean. Ah, so they have taken the Mediterranean Ocean and whacked it on top of Australia. And I reckon if this happened, I reckon Australia would be alright. There's only about 4 people that lived in this bit anyway. To be fair, everyone could move next to the inside coast. The beaches would be like ridiculously hot. I think it'd do wonders for tourism. I say we do it. Whoa. Gun country. A map of the USA consisting of 150 toy guns. That is very cool. Yeah, that is some absolutely epic art. Oh, it makes a gun from another angle. Cool and sad. Very sad. The comparison between Australia and Europe, that can't be right. That's basically all of Europe shoved in this bit. I need to fact check. All right, we grab Australia. Oh my god, it's going to be... It is right. It is bloody right. I just thought Australia would kind of just cover this kind of Central Europe bit, but no, it's big enough to cover most of it. Look at that. The spread of the Industrial Revolution in Europe. Right, we're starting in 1720, and it's just all kind of kicking off in the middle of England. Fair enough, right? Getting a bit of spread around England. Oh, there's a pitter-patter here and there. We're going to reach the Victorian times. Here it comes. That's a big fat glow, that. Look at the UK go. Not spread to Scotland in the slightest, but it has spread over into Europe, and it's spread towards kind of France and Belgium and those areas, and now it's on a bit of a mad one. Yeah, there's even some activity in Italy there. Yeah, oh my, okay, alright, bloody hell. Jesus. 1900, that was the Industrial Revolution. Oh, it's even spread to Iceland. That's pretty mad to look at. The probability of a white Christmas in the United States. So in the north, it's actually reasonably likely that it's going to happen. Can I see one of these for the UK, please? Thank you very much. Okay, well, it's not looking great. I'm like near here, 14%. Ah, well. Towns with exclamation marks in their name. The only town in the world with 2 exclamation marks in its name is Saint Louis du Haha. What? The only town in the world with 1 exclamation mark in its name is in the UK, and it's Westward Ho! Exclamation point. That is epic. In the future, if Jackson's Geography got like really big and we had like 1 million subscribers, I would do a series like traveling to places with funny names or interesting names. We could go to like the North Korean embassy that's in London. Because if you don't know, the North Korean embassy in London is just a house. It's a really normal looking house. And there's just like 2 North Korean people that work in it. That's the official embassy apparently. But yeah, we could also travel straight down to Westward Ho! I need to do some Googling. Why is that exclamation mark a thing? The village name comes from the title of Charles Kingsley's novel Westward Ho!, which was set in nearby Bidford. The book was a bestseller and entrepreneurs saw the opportunity to develop tourism in the area, so they basically just made it a town and they shoved the exclamation mark on it because there was an exclamation mark on the book title. Interesting. Topography of the British Isles. Oh, these maps are always very delightful looking, aren't they? Trying to see what I can recognise. Well, I guess we'll have the Highlands. We'll have